Hello Sagittarius, welcome to my channel. Thank you for coming back if you are a returning subscriber. If you're new, welcome. Hope you enjoy the reading. It's a general reading, so aspects of it may apply to you or it could apply to somebody else in your life. You may see aspects of it coming out in their daily life. Okay, so we have for you at this point we have the 10th house, we have the 6th house, and we have the 8th house. So 10th and 6th are sort of related because career and your working life are interrelated there. And there are other aspects which I will go into as well. So these two areas are coming up. There are issues around there. I'll try and highlight as many viewpoints as possible so that it depends on where you are and what you're doing currently. But with the 10th house, you have also got Taurus I have, which is a very nice stabilizing card, and then you have Rhiannon Sorceress as well, which is a manifestation card. So looking very good in the career department. The 10th house can cover career, your fame, your reputation, and also your public standing. So that could be in your career, or it could be in general. It could just be your status in life. It can cover a number of how people see you. So whether that's within your organization or in the world in general, how people look at you, and whether you sort of married or unmarried, an employer or an employee, an entrepreneur or a public figure. There's various ways that this can manifest, but it's everything to do with your outward persona in the world, how they see you. It also represents authority figures. So these can be people in your life currently who have some authority, whether it's a father figure, or it could be like a mentor or an older figure that has wisdom and knowledge and is perhaps assisting you at this time, or guiding you at this time, or even acknowledging you. It could be even a guru, if it's got that aspect for you, somebody that you admire and look up to. It can also cover authoritative institutions. So this can be the police, the military, or banking, or any kind of large and authoritative institution. It can even be government as well. So maybe you're in the political arena at this time. What the Taurus card is saying to you is that things are starting to stabilize. So this can be also the accumulation of funds as well. So you may be really being acknowledged from a monetary point of view, being rewarded for what you're doing. So stability is coming in. It can also be the feeling of being stable in your position, and that things are going along. There's lots of growth. There's lots of possibilities ahead of you, but it's something that you are growing yourself, or you have grown. So something that you have been working on really quite hard is now starting to bear fruit. But this is the card of growth. It's your garden of possibilities. So really your opportunities are many. It can be physical land as well. It can be to do with real estate, property. It could be you in your garden, or buying a piece of land, or somehow involved in transactions to do with real estate. So that could be a career, or it could be an interest of yours, or something that you're investing in currently. So all of those aspects come into the Taurus card because it is an earth sign. So all earthy related activities. It's a very sensuous card as well, but it's really about home comforts and the accumulation of funds. So, money matters will feature, accounting, banking, assets and currency, things like that. All of those aspects may be coming in for you with this card, and that's very much related to the 10th house. So falling in nicely, but it's coming across to me as you're stabilizing, you're starting to accumulate, whether it's reputation or wealth or success. It's all coming to you, and you're going to be enjoying this this feeling of stability and security in your life at this time. The goddess card is Rhiannon Sorceress. So you are a magical person who can manifest your clear intentions into reality. So this card does also have an outdoorsy aspect to it as well. So you may be it's really going to be, I think, good for you to be spending time either in your garden or outdoors in nature, because Taurus card covers nature and so does this card. So being outdoors in nature in whatever activity is good for you is going to help you to solidify and to be clear about what you are intending with your success or your notoriety or whatever it is that's coming to you in the 10th house. It could be ideas, but this is about manifestation, but it's also your magical abilities. We all have them. Most of them are dormant. We don't really use them very much because we're not learning about that. But it could just be your magic with figures, or it could be magic with manifesting things for yourself in the 10th house. You may not even be aware that you're doing it, but your intentions, that's what this card is saying. Your intentions are important. What are you going to do with the success or the money or the wealth or the notoriety or the fame or whatever is coming to you? What are you going to do with that? It could even be, as I said, you have a mentor who's guiding you at this time. Make good use of this knowledge that is being passed to you, and make it work for you. So this is what the card is all about. It's your using your manifestation skills, but spend time outdoors in nature, in your garden, whatever is going to work for you, because that's going to help you to feel grounded. And when you are grounded, then you can make some really solid decisions, which is what the Taurus card is all about. And you need to be doing that in your 10th house as well. So with that sort of notoriety or success or wealth or, just building a solid foundation, with that coming in for you, the 6th house is going to be affected. The 6th house is your house of your work routines, your workplace, your work colleagues, your work projects, whatever it is that you're doing. If you don't necessarily go to a workplace, this can be your mastery of your craft. So you may be a very creative person. Perhaps you create things at home, or you work from home, or you spend a lot of time outwards in the world. Perhaps you're a photography, whatever it may be, mastery of your craft, okay, whatever is your speciality. The card at the bottom is Black Moon Lilith Mystery, and the card at the top is Hathor Receptivity. So there's a couple of things I want to say about this. I feel that if you are achieving success in your career and you're seen as being elevated, or you are being noted for your work, your contribution, whatever it is you're doing in your 10th house, it's going to spill over into your workplace possibly as well, or people around you. And with the Black Moon Lilith card, it's saying that it's possible that there are people around you who are a little bit jealous or envious or uncomfortable with your success. They are looking at you and feeling as if they have been overlooked, or they have been somehow passed over or not acknowledged in some way. And you could be on the receiving end of those undercurrents, those feelings going on. So, this card is also the darker feminine, which is heightened intuition. Heightened intuition also comes up in this card, and it's coming up again later on as well. So it seems to me that your intuition has been activated. Now, you are an intuitive sign. You are a Sagittarius anyway. So that is part of your nature, but something is being activated for you at this time. So there could be that. It's possible also that you are feeling like that about something. You are feeling a little bit, grappling with those darker emotions about someone or something. And perhaps you feel that you need to be doing more, or that you should have been receiving more. So it's possible, but I feel that it's the other way around. I feel that you are in the limelight in some way, and that you are being noticed, and you are being, you are starting to make progress, and that you're successful, and there's opportunities to, to really move forward in your life. And there may be people around you who are uncomfortable with that. That's their story that they are projecting onto you. So don't allow that to deter you. It could also be that in your 6th house you may have tasks which are being given to you. Now, this is the other side of the 10th house. You may have an authority figure who is really putting you through your paces at the moment. And you may just feel that you're a little bit overwhelmed, or there's too much on your plate, and you may just have to stand your ground about some issue. It could be that as well, which is work-related. Or it could be just that you've got a lot of things going on. So there are undercurrents. Undercurrents going on in the workplace. It could also be that, there's some issue which you need to deal with in your work house, your house of work, your daily routines and so on. There's something that you need to deal with, but you haven't got all the facts yet. So there's some element of mystery there going on. It could be that you perhaps need to move forward or make a decision, but you're just uncertain about how to do that because you haven't got all the facts. There are undercurrents, there's things that are not clear right now. So it could be that as well. The 6th house also covers health and diet, well-being, and it's also the house of pets. So when we go through the health aspect of it, the well-being side of it, there could be perhaps an unplanned birth or something like that, or it could be to do with your sensual nature, your sexuality, and feeling aroused and passionate, really, really passionate about someone possibly or something. So that could be coming up because it covers your health, diet, your well-being, and so maybe you are focusing on that at this time, and that may come in for you as well. But I feel that there might be a very strong work emphasis here. It is possible that you have birth or issues to do with birthing coming up, because Hathor covers children, the birthing of children, conception and so on, adoption and custody and so on. And so does this card. So it keeps coming up, and the 8th house also covers birth. So it could also be that you're birthing something at this time, a new daily routine, a health routine, a diet. Perhaps you're tackling something, or it could be something to do with work. Perhaps you're changing things the way you're doing, but you're kind of bringing something into being, and you may just have to deal with various types of issues going on in your environment. Hathor is the card of receptivity. Allow yourself to receive. This will increase your intuition, energy, and ability to give to others. So as I said, she does also cover birthing, child conception, custody, adoption. All of those sorts of things may come in. But she's also about, first of all, receptivity. So because of perhaps you are receiving notoriety in your 10th house, you're receiving rewards for what you're doing, or you are starting to make progress and you're starting to accumulate funds and so on. It could be that you have a bit of a block when it comes to receptivity. So this is a feminine quality, whether you're a masculine or a feminine, doesn't matter. But receptivity is a feminine quality where you open yourself up to receiving. So let go of guilt or any kind of attachment to receiving. So it's great to give to others, or to whatever is going on in your situation, but it's also important to receive. The two have to be balanced, because if they're not balanced, then you cannot actually harness abundance for yourself. You can't do it because you're out of balance. So you've got to be able to give, but you must also be able to receive. So if you've got a block about that, where you feel, when somebody is saying to you, gee, you're doing really well, I commend you on this, and I really like the work you're doing, or your fame is starting to rise, or your reputation is on the rise, and people around you are noticing that, then be receptive, handle it with grace and gratitude, but be receptive to it. Don't block that energy, because if you block that energy, then you block your abundance, and whatever abundance is coming to you, you won't be able to manifest it properly. So receiving is just as important as giving. So make sure that you are aware of that. This card can also be, when it comes to receptivity, it's also about intuition. As I said to you, there may be things going on, undercurrents going on in your working life, which you're picking up. So your intuition has been activated, and this card is saying that. So, if you're getting intuitive nudges about things, about people, or about situations in your working life, then take note, because she's saying to you that there's something there that you need to be looking at. And with Black Moon Lilith, there can be lots of things moving under the surface. And as I said, you could have these darker emotions swirling around you at the moment. Find a healthy and creative outlet for that. That could be spending time outdoors, whatever it is that's going to help you. So all of those aspects are covered by Hathor. Then the last house of interest is the 8th house. This is the house of endings and beginnings. Again, straight off the bat, this house is also about the rise of psychic awareness and therefore your intuition. So psychic awareness, something is activating that currently for you at the moment. So be aware, because it's sending you messages, subtly repetitive, positive messages. Take note, because they're going to be important for you. 8th house covers everything to do with sexuality in its deeper meaning, death, not necessarily a physical death, but it can be like an ego death, or the death of an old mindset or a set of circumstances in your life which are no longer serving you, and the birth of something new. So endings and beginnings, endings of old, beginnings of something new. And so it's that cycle of transformation that goes on, and it can also be the rebirth of something. So something that you're going to be going back to, and this card can also be about that, or Star's fertility card. It can also be a resurrection card. So it could be something from the past which is coming back as well. So rebirth of something. It could be a business idea. It could be a person. It could be something to do with something from the past which is coming back. It can, because of this is the 8th house, it can also be about the possessions or money to do with somebody who has passed over. So things like inheritances, legacies, and items from them. And it could also be their money, their resources, and so on. This 8th house also covers the deeper connection when you commit to somebody. So this is the next house after your relationship house, your strong relationship house. So this is the one where the person is important. This is not a love affair. 7th house is an important relationship in your life. The 8th house is the nuts and bolts of that. So it's the coming together of your resources, and emotional and material, and also sexuality and the deeper meaning. So if you don't have a partner at this time, then it can also be covering sexuality, and you may be feeling, you may be around people who are activating that for you at this time. But it can also be about the coming together of a relationship, whether it's a love relationship or a business partnership. So there's what's all the nuts and bolts and the merging of those two together. As I said, it's also about finance. It can be about assets, banking, accounting, and tax comes in very strongly with the 8th house. So make sure that your taxes are in order. It's also about legacies and inheritances, as I said, and things from the past to do with other people, managing other people's resources if finance is your forte at this time. So again, we have another earthy card. So we had it with Taurus earlier, and it's come back again now in the earth element, but this covers all of the earth signs. So I feel that with the 8th house, there's definitely some sort of resources which are becoming available to you, and it seems to be like financial possibly, or it could be, as I said, legacies or inheritances from somebody else in your family. But it's the earth element. It is again stability coming in. So the accumulation of things, and materialism features very strongly with this. Money matters feature very strongly with this card. But it is also about being practical and pragmatic and practical with, methodical about what you're doing and laying foundations. That's what this card is about. Whether this is to do with a relationship, a partnership, or something like that, it's laying solid foundations. Not fast moving. This is, takes time to build this, but it's also about being open to releasing, old or very set mindsets. So this can be like old-fashioned views or old attitudes and beliefs which are holding you back. So action is required with this card. So don't sit back and think, oh, well, I've got plenty of time. This will just move along by itself. No, with this card, it's saying you do need to take action. So there is an ending and a beginning here. Whether this is within a relationship or a partnership or a monetary issue, or it could be that you have actually got to let go of an old mindset or an old idea about yourself or some kind of limitation which you have placed on yourself. It could also even be like a wounding. Some old situation is coming back to you now, which is actually influencing your behavior or your movement forward, and you need to let go of that. So don't be afraid. That's what it's saying. And this is coming up again in this card, and it's coming up here again with the Kali card. So this is like some circumstance that has shaped your programming from a previous time in your life, and it's determining your behavior, and you've been given a really, really unique opportunity now to let go of that and actually move forward now, so that you've got a unique opportunity to really open yourself up and make huge progress. This is a life change coming in for you. It can also be the sort of sensual activities coming in. Perhaps somebody, as I said, is activating sort of the deeper sexuality in your life, the meaning of that, and the meaning of the sexuality between you and your loved one, your partner. So it's understanding that and understanding all the issues around that. It's not just about sex, it's actually about the deeper meaning and the exchange of energy. And this card is about being supportive of one another as well. If you're in a special partnership, being supportive and protective of one another and having trust and faith in each other. I think trust is going to be very, very important in this house, because there also are issues of control. So you may have felt or have issues around control in your deeper partnerships or relationships, or around sexuality. You may have had problems with that in the past, or perhaps not fully understood what sexual connection is between yourself and your partner. But there's the issues of trust there, there's issues of control. All of these need to be looked at, if that is the aspect that we're looking at here. Astara, fertility, it is a perfect time for you to start new projects, access new ideas, and give birth to new conditions. So as I said, birth is coming up again. This could be very much a physical, emotional aspect when it comes to birthing, actually, having a child, or the possibility of it at any rate, because sixth house that come up, Hathor is here, and fertility is here, and the eighth house can be about birth as well. It can be about birth of ideas or new ways of doing things, but it can be a physical birth. So whichever way is manifesting for you, whatever is appropriate for you. But it's saying that this is a really good time for you to be now changing your mindset and your attitude about things, so that you can plant new seeds, so that you can move in a new direction, that you can try new things, look at things differently. That is what the Earth Elements card was saying, that, you must let go of, don't be afraid to try new things. Have trust that you will be all right as you move forward and try new things. Don't get stuck in old mindsets or old ways of doing things which are not serving you now. They're actually blocking you. So you've got a unique opportunity to actually transform this whole mindset and move forward and plant new things for yourself. For some of you that are in Northern Hemisphere, as the light increases, then so the light increases within yourself, and that's a very positive thing. So with that, opportunities will come now to move forward and try new things, access new things, try new projects, do new things, new ideas, and so on. And fertility, physically, but also from an idea and planting new things comes in. For those in the Southern Hemisphere, it will be by springtime. I feel that you will be able to bring these things home to yourself. But at this time, it depends on you how quick you do this. But certainly, you manifest. What you do now and the work that you do on yourself and in your deeper psyche around these issues will open doors for you. With that, we have at the bottom of the astrological deck, fire element, desire. So desire has definitely been activated for you. This can be passion, sexuality, desire for something, a new way of life, or to try new things, or for a person, or for a project. That desire is going to be lit up for you. Fire element, it's fiery, it's passionate. It's also about having courage. And being daring, trying new things, as I said, and activating that self for yourself. Being a fire sign, you will be, okay with the fire element. You will understand it, but this is something that's going to be turned on for you, something that's going to actually happen. But it could also be scorched earth policy. You've got, as I said, a lot of earth in your chart, and this is the card of transformation, and so is Kali. So I feel it's you're going to be literally scorching the earth to plant new things, and this is the courage to do it, to actually let go of whatever has been holding you back, whether it's emotionally, materially. You could have been also overly materialistic, and that needs to go now, and you need to sort of open yourself up to new possibilities. So this is about trying new things, new direction. It's an epiphany, some sort of really massive realization, perception change, an epiphany, a turning point, whatever you want to call it. But suddenly something comes upon you that, yes, I can do this, or now I've got the courage or the daring or the passion and the enthusiasm to actually move forward. It's also about honesty. So putting your cards on the table with somebody, being completely honest with them so that you can move forward, and being clear about your intentions and so on, which is what Rhiannon was saying earlier on about being clear with your intentions. Finally, the bottom of the goddess deck is Kali, endings and beginnings. So we have another endings and beginnings card. Definitely transformation is on the table for you today. So Kali is saying the old must be released so that the new can enter. Again, this might be a mindset change, an emotional change, letting go of the old so that the new things or new person or new situation or new idea can come in. If your room is full of things, you need to take some things out so that you can bring new things in, whatever it is that you may be desiring right now. And definitely your desire and your passion has been activated. So you must simply make room for that. And she's saying, do not be afraid. That this is completely right for you. It's perfect time for you to be doing this now, and not to be afraid. Let go of the fears that you have around certain issues. Let go of that so that you can move forward, because on the other side of this big decision or this sudden change or this shift in your perception is something wonderful, something that's going to bring you a lot of fulfillment and happiness, and you just simply have to do the inner work and to bring that stability and lay a really strong foundation for yourself going forward. But first is the work to let go of what has held you back or what is simply not suited for you anymore. It's not how you want to live your life any longer. So it could be to do with that as well. And you've got support in your career. You've got that coming up for you. You may have support as well from an authority figure. So the universe is with you, but there's some work to be done in this regard. And once you do that, the rewards will be great for you on the other side of that. Okay, Sagittarius, hope you enjoyed that. Please don't forget to like and share or like and subscribe. Take care, and I will see you next time.